Welcome to Lawfolds Farm, episode 30, with me, MrSealyp. Back on Lawfolds Farm, and I've decided to do something a little bit crazy, and why not? I'm over on field number 21, which has Sugarbeet in it at the moment, and I've decided I'm going to buy it. There's a lot of Sugarbeet in it. It's a big field. There's a reason for this. My field, looking on the map, well, it's my field now actually, but field 30 down here has been ready for some time, and look at the size of field 30 compared to what I've just bought. But it's another field, so why not? That's all Sugarbeet, and both are ready to be harvested. Poplars are still growing, all my soybean is still growing, my corn maize on field 11 is still growing. So I'm waiting for something to do, so I thought, you know what, I'll harvest field 30. And then I thought, well, it's not very big, and if I'm going to lease a harvester, it's a big expense. So I need to make it worth my while, which is what I've decided to do. So I've bought field 21 as well. There's something else I've done too. Bear with me. I decided if I was going to do some Sugarbeet and put it into storage, I would get the root crop storage building. It's a mod. I did a mod review on it, so I've downloaded it, installed it, and I've put it here. Not far from the pigs, which is really realistically I'm going to be using it for pig food, but also storing whatever crop I do, waiting for a good price to then sell it on. So there was a big open space here. I can still get round it, no problem at all. So there we go. Something a little bit different. So another mod I've decided to download and install. Rather than the Terra Dos T4-30, I've gone again. I did a mod review on this. The Terra Dos T4-30 I've gone for. There you go, on the back, T4-30. Slightly smaller version, bit more room to get around. It suddenly dawned on me that I haven't got a lot of room to get up to field 30, so having the bigger one might be a bit tricky. But what I have done is I've leased this, but I've leased the standard header. With this mod you can get, there's a smaller header, a narrow one, and a much wider one as well. Thinking about it now, because I thought I was only going to do field 30, I went for the normal header. So what I'm going to do is, and this is going to kill me to do this, I just spent money on it, but never mind. The HR9 I'm going to return, and I'm going to go with the HR12, which is the big one. Bit more expensive. I can do one load of wood chips and I can make that money back, no problem at all. So as you can see, this is, when I say slightly wider, it's going to make light work of field 21 that I've just bought. So let's see how we get on, shall we? So like I say, it is a slightly short version. I'm probably thinking about it now. Should have got the header trailer. Yeah, that's going to be interesting for getting up and down the road, isn't it? Should have got the header trailer to go with it. Let's see how we get on. Oh yeah, hang on, that's not going to get down the lane, is it? Right, hang on. Header trailers for the HR12. Lease that, another bit of money. What side is it going? It would go the other side, wouldn't it? Of course it would. I've got no space. It's going to be interesting. Okay. I think I will get the beacons on. I'm going to need them. Right, that's better. Oh, and there's a beacon on the trailer as well. Excellent. This has become quite a long vehicle in all honesty. Ah, I've got a couple of episodes not saying that. And it just caught me out. It's not far to go to field 21, but that header would have taken up the entire road. Poplars are still growing. Obviously they're not going to stop growing, are they? But there we go, just about made it. I'll put it over this side for the time being, avoiding driving over the poplars, of course. Beacons off. So very wary of the crop behind me. I don't want to damage that. Right, all the dials. Time is right. 1:23. Excellent. Right, let's open that header. I have no idea what the yield's going to be like in this field, but it's a fair sized field, so it shouldn't be too bad. But with this wider header as well, it's going to make this, I say, a quick job. Not going to be that quick, but, you know, quick-ish. So let's begin. It's a bit bumpy. Actually, the yield's going to be quite high, I think, judging by this. Probably just as well I bought the root crop storage shelter building. I'm also going to need a trailer on it to put this in. Now, it has been mentioned that I have done a lot of episodes on Drumard and have been neglecting my other maps, well, this one in particular, and it is a fair point. I have been, and I can only apologise. I have been really enjoying playing Drumard, getting to grips with the new map and kind of setting it all up, and Yes, so I apologise. So we're from Ireland back over to Scotland. I've grabbed the Joskin and the case Magnum, and hopefully we can do a bit of unloading. I think it's probably missed a little bit, but we can tidy that up. It does give us another field once this has been done to decide what to do with it. What to put in this, I wonder. Probably more soybean? More soybean. Knowing me, of course, you know. Will he get to the end before he fills up? I doubt it. I do like that smaller version of the Sugarbeet harvester. The yeah, the T4-30. I think it's really cool. Right, if I put this here. Obviously, this being the smaller version, it's only got a 30,000 litre tank as opposed to a 40-something thousand. I can't remember the other one is. Turn the beacons off. We know it's full. It's got a really tight turning circle, this one. I might have just hit the tractor. We'll gloss over that. I'm thinking this is going to take a few loads, which is no bad thing. I think the yield's actually quite good on this one, because this might be one of the fields I contracted. Mind you, I contracted that really early on in the game. I can't imagine this would be the same crop in this, because I've been through a few sort of 24-hour cycles, so I can't imagine. I suppose the easiest way to find out, realistically, is to actually look on the map, isn't it? So, soil composition. No, it's only on its first fertilising state. God, could you imagine if this was ploughed and on its third fertilising state? Why did that stop? Okay. What's happened here? The workers refusing to work. There's a thing. Doesn't seem to happen all the time on Lawfolds. Let's get the last little bit mopped up. How weird. Don't worry, it looks awful, but it will get tidied. So, well, that's carrying on. I'm going to go over and check on field 11 again, because the first part of it had seeded. This is strange. It seems to be stopping at either end of the field. Did the first strip fine. And it's done this strip fine. How odd. More tidying up is needed, methinks. Okay, bit of tidying, bit of checking out. And we'll see where we are in a minute. What did suddenly dawn on me? Oh, it's got a nearly full grain tank again already. Okay, I'll have to whiz back over again. Is that I have got Sugarbeet sitting on the ground, and now I've got the storage building. I don't need it sitting on the ground. Just see it in the distance there. Look, that blue shape. So I'm going to go and get it off the ground. This has just got the biggest bucket, the telehandler, plus my Massey Ferguson that's got the front loader attachments is over on field 11 with the seeder. So probably not the, well, it was the best choice because it's one of the ones that's got row crop tyres on it. The large Valtra I bought and the Fendt they can't have row crop tyres on them, so it was my only choice really. Thinking about it, so another tractor. Whether I need another tractor or maybe even a telehandler at Lawfold as well as at Lewis, which seems a bit excessive, but you know what? Why not? Might just get another telehandler with a bucket, set of forks over here. Got a lot of front loader equipment, so. But then that's it. It doesn't take that long to get over here with this. So there we go. Look, plenty of room to get round for loading and unloading. I'm going to probably stick this into a trailer as well, I think. That'd be for the best. So, load number 2. That's us full, 47,000 litres. At the moment, Sugarbeet selling for about $5.95 is the best price. So this trailer would be what, 23,500? With enough yield off this field, you can still make a nice bit of money on Sugarbeet with big enough fields and the right equipment. I'm going to put it into storage though. If that price rises though, that's going to be a nice bit of money too. So get this back over to the farm and put it into storage, and then I'll shovel up the rest of that Sugarbeet. Problem is, by the time I've got down there, unloaded and got back, that's going to be full again. I do like that that wider header that comes with that Sugarbeet harvester pack on the mod hub. With that wider header, that's making really short work of that field. And my field 30 just up here is going to look ridiculous. It's going to be like 2 passes with that harvester. But that said, what I'm probably going to do as well, now I've got that larger field, I might even re-sow Sugarbeet or even potatoes. But what I'm going to do is field 30 over there, once it's harvested I might plough out that corner and join it onto this field to make it even larger for soybean. Again, there's plenty of large fields, it's not like I need a large field, but I've got it, and rather than paying for another large field I might as well use it. That's what I'm thinking. Again, what I actually do, who knows? There you go, Helper C has a nearly full grain tank. Oh dear, I just cannot keep up with it. So this will tip into here with a wobbly tractor. So hooked up to little Brantner. Only needs to be a small trailer. Well, depends how much I've got actually. I don't know how much I've got. We'll soon find out. It was a while ago that I first did that Sugarbeet harvest. Way back at the start of the series, I think. There might be a couple of loads. Good thing about that storage building is it takes potatoes and Sugarbeet. So I could do potatoes. But I'm doing potatoes on Drummard, so I'm trying to avoid doubling up on different things, but I might do some potatoes as well. This takes about 8,000 to Brantner. That's it, definitely full. If I take a scoop as well, don't want to waste a journey, do we? I don't know if it will take it from the bucket, but it does also give me a little bit more storage here as well, because I've run out of space for tractors and implements and other things I've got. Yeah, I'm starting to think, rather than a trailer, mind you I need a trailer, yeah, I can't take out the silo with a bucket, so I would need a trailer anyway. I was just thinking it might be easier with a telehandler over here and a bucket, but not necessarily. Now I do need to check tip side. So turn that on. Tip side back, that's alright. Trigger seems to go out for quite a way, so turn the back off now. I will do while I'm here. Oh, helper seat's nearly full again. Surprise, surprise. I'll just use a little bit just to top this up actually while I'm here. Just makes sense. That's all it took. I don't know whether or not this will allow me to tip from the bucket. Probably not. Probably needs to be a trailer. So, unfortunately it was pointless bringing it down the bucket. Never mind. Right, we'll carry on emptying this and then we'll get back over and get on with the sugar beet harvest. Honestly, it's something I wasn't expecting doing when I turned the game on. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. I thought I'd have a look around the fields and I decided I'll do the sugar beet on field 30. It just seemed like a lot of money to spend to lease the equipment. It just seemed to make sense buying the field as well. I think for the price of sugar beet and what I'm going to get off that field, realistically that's going to almost pay for the, well, will pay for the field I would imagine, or at least the lease of the equipment, so it won't really technically have cost me anything to do it. Because with this unload now, that'll put the second trailer load, that's 2 lots of 47,000. So what's that, 94,000. If I get to a point where I'm getting a good price for it, yeah, I'm easily going to pay for the field. What became apparent to me very, very quickly is that the sugar beet harvest is taking a long time. It's a bigger field than I knew it was a big field, but it's taken a while. Even with that big header, it's taking a while. So I thought what I would do in between one of the loads where it started from scratch, I will come and get rid of some more wood chips. Potato chips. Oh good grief. Wood chips would be what I'm selling, not potato chips. How bizarre. I'm thinking of potatoes, sugar beet, wood chips all mixed into one. So another load. I've also been thinking directly ahead of me is the biogas plant, and after my kind of foray into silaging on drummard and the comments I got about putting silage bales into the biogas, and although you get the same amount as you do selling them at a bale sell point, you get the silage as well. 66,000, not bad. You get the silage as well because it's a byproduct of the process. It didn't dawn on me that when I did that massive silage harvest here, like 900 and something thousand litres, I've got some like 200 and something thousand litres of silage at the biogas plant. So I'm thinking when field 21's clear and it needs to be processed ready for the next crop, I'm going to do some silage spreading, which I haven't done on this map before, which will mean either leasing or buying a silage spreader. And there we go, Helper D has a nearly full grain tank. I can't get away for 2 minutes without it filling up. And actually doing some silaging. Like silage, slurry spreading, not silaging, slurry spreading. What am I talking about, slurry? Well, mine's gone absolutely doolally today. I meant slurry the whole time. You probably knew what I meant, but thought I'm just being an idiot. Yes, slurry spreading. I've got loads of slurry, that's the byproduct. Anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. There should be another 5,000 litres in here. But before I can do any of that, I've got to clear that field. So that's just the way it's got to be. There we go, 5,000 litres. Good start for the next load. Back over to the field for sugar beet. There you go, full grain tank, typical. So this is where it becomes a problem, that I've got 30,000, this only takes 47, so it will take 17,000 litres of what's in there, and then obviously in me going to offload this, it's not going to take long for it to fill up that last bit. So this is the load where it becomes a bit of a rush, but not that I'm complaining, because I'm getting a huge amount of this field. 7,000 litres again. I'm going to need to go along there with the harvester and pick up all the odds and ends that's missed. This is going to have to go back over and into the root crop storage building. And so the process continues. Now, that is the end of this episode. I am going to finish this off. Next episode is probably going to involve processing this field, which is probably going to involve spreading some slurry, not silage, spreading some slurry. I might even show just the end of me finishing off this harvest, because there's still, what, probably about a third of the field left to go. I've lost track of how many loads I've done. So next episode there'll be a bit of an update of how much I actually got off this field in total. Everything is still growing around me. Weeding will need to be done on field 11 once that gets into its first growth stage. And yeah, some slurrying probably, preparing field 21. I think I'm going to put Sugarbeet back in it, but make sure that field's fully processed, fully fertilised. The yield will be even higher than this was, which is crazy. Only downside to that being is the root crop storage building only takes 300,000 litres, and once this is finished I'm going to be, well, not far off that I don't think, which is a bit mad. Great. Hit the fence post. Right. So yeah, that is the end of this episode. Lots more to do, lots more coming up. Okay, that's interesting. Why did that just stop? That was weird. I hope you liked the episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you're glad I'm back on Lawfolds, so I've got Drumard on the brain. I will try and bounce between the two. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share the video, please be my guest. If you are considering donating, that would be fantastic. Whatever you should choose to do, as always, from me, thanks for watching.